Now our second student, second talk is Arora Browns with her mother, Sister Brown. And she's got the number 2 talk. It says, the one who makes all things, and it's coming from the LR chapter 3. And this is her first talk, so we want to remember that.
Arora, I would really like to compliment you in your recent essay. Most of the students in my class, they wrote from their textbooks, and of course, that supports evolution, but yours was very different. I'm glad to see that you write about who made things.
Thank you, Miss Steele. I've learned from the Bible that God made all things. I have my Bible with me in my backpack. Can I share some scriptures with you?
That'd be fine.
Jesus reminded us in Matthew 19:4 that God made the first man and woman. Let's turn there together. And that is Matthew 19:4. And that says, in reply he said, did you not read that he who created them from the beginning made them male and female? Jesus was in heaven with God when all things were created. They worked together making all things. And we can see this in Genesis chapter 1. Look with me in Genesis to see just a few examples. Genesis 1 verse 1, we see God created the heavens and the earth. In verse 5, he made day and night. In verse 9, God made land come up. And in verse 11, he made grass and fruit trees appear. In verse 20, the sea creatures and birds were made. And in verse 25, God made all the animals. God even tells Jesus in verse 26, let us make man in our image. Read this with me. It says, and God went on to say, let us make man in our image, according to our likeness, and let them have in subjection the fish of the sea, and the flying creatures of the heavens, and the domestic animals, and all the earth, and every moving animal that is moving upon the earth. I have a lot of schoolmates that don't believe in God because they can't see him. But ask yourself, can you see the wind? No, nobody can see the wind. But we see the trees blowing, right? So we know the wind is really there. God is kind of the same thing. I also like Hebrews 3:4. Let's look at this together. Hebrews 3:4 says, of course, every house is constructed by someone, but he that constructed all things is God. Miss Steele, I want to show appreciation to God for all he has done, so I try to talk and write about him for my schoolwork. Maybe you would like to read one of the magazines I use for my assignments.
Wow, Arora, I have to say I'm really impressed at how well you know your Bible, and I will read this, and I look forward to your next essay.
Okay.
Out and out the bay. I'll tell you right now, you made your mom and dad proud.